Recorded. Okay, sit comfortably, close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth in a way that welcomes in new inspiration and lets go of old, stale ideas. So 3 breaths like that. Our intent today is to uptake newness. So what I mean by that is practicing as though this is the first time you've ever done the practice. Particularly when we are practitioners that have been doing this for a while, it's really easy to miss the real subtleties. So we're inviting in things like awe and wonder and curiosity to the practice, mostly so that we can stay inspired to keep coming back to our mat. Open your eyes. Let's get started in elbow to knee. Now that's something that you guys have never done before. So come down onto your back. Remember, you can have your knees bent, your feet are flat down, or pick your feet up. Interlace your fingers, hands at the base of the skull, point your elbows up, and then spread your toes. Inhale, lift head and shoulders up. Hold your breath, press lower back into the mat. Exhale, elbows to left knee, right leg forward. Keep pulling your belly down as you exhale. Inhale back to center, head stays up. Keep your lower back connected to the mat. As you hold your breath, curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows to your right knee, take your left leg forward. Lower belly draws down. Inhale back to center, head stays up. Hold your breath, press the top rim of your sacrum down. Keep it pressing as you exhale, elbows to your left knee, take your right leg forward. Press, press, belly draws in. Inhale back to center, keep lifting your head and shoulders up. Hold your breath, keep lower back pressing. As you exhale, lower back still presses down. Elbows to your right knee, left leg forward, belly draws in. Inhale back to center, take yourself through 2 more rounds. And be so meticulous, like really feel into where in your lower belly can you feel this working? Where wants to compensate? What is happening in your lower back? How is your breath? And then once you've done your 2 rounds, inhale, head down. Exhale, put your feet down. Take a full breath into the feeling in your belly. Open wide through your mouth, exhale everything out. And then take a hold of your roll and set up for abs with a roll. Roll is on your groin. Feet can be down if you need that, otherwise legs straight up. Interlace your fingers. Hands at the base of your skull, point your elbows up. Spread out through your toes. Inhale, spread your ribs across the mat. Hold your breath, squeeze the roll. Slight curl of your tailbone as you exhale, head and shoulders lifts up, belly draws down. Inhale, head down. Keep pressing your lower back into the mat. Hold your breath, little squeeze of the roll. Feel your inner legs. Exhale, head and shoulders come up, belly draws in. Inhale, head down. Hold your breath, squeeze the roll, curl tailbone. Keep squeezing the roll as you exhale, lift head and shoulders up. Send your thighs forward a little bit, belly draws in. Inhale, head down. Hold your breath, squeeze the roll. Little curl of the tailbone. This time press your heels skyward. As you exhale, head and shoulders come up. Inhale, head down. Do 2 more rounds. Feel for new places in your belly as you're working. So areas that you often don't send your breath to, maybe. And really take your time to discover those muscles in the belly that are less active. Once you've done your 2, inhale, head down, exhale, feet down. Take a feeling breath into your belly again. Wide open mouth as you exhale everything out. And then set up for gate opener. So the roll is still in between your legs. Now, you can do this with your knees bent. You can also have your feet on the wall. We're not going to work with legs straight today. Interlace your fingers, hands at the base of your skull, elbows point up. Inhale across the lower back. Hold your breath, squeeze the roll. Exhale, head and shoulders come up, lower belly draws in. And then the left hand on the roll. Inhale, straddle your legs open. Keep your knees bent as you exhale, curl pubic bone to navel, send thigh bones forward. Belly draws in. Inhale, legs together, head down, feet stay up. Hold your breath, keep lower back pressing into the mat. Curl your tailbone, squeeze the roll. Exhale, head and shoulders come up, belly draws down. Put your right hand on the roll. Inhale, straddle the legs. So keep the knees bent again. As you exhale, curl pubic bone to navel, send thigh bones forward. Keep pressing your lower back down. Inhale, legs together, head down, feet stay up. Hold your breath. Squeeze the roll, squeeze sit bones. Exhale, head and shoulders come up, belly draws down. Put the left hand on the roll. Inhale, straddle, keep the knees bent. Toes flex back towards your knees as you exhale, curl. Pubic bone to navel, thighs away, belly draws in. Inhale, legs together, head down, feet stay up, hold your breath. Keep the lower back pressing down as you curl, tailbone, squeeze the roll. Exhale, head and shoulders come up, belly draws in. Put your right hand on the roll. Inhale to straddle, keep feet active. Exhale, curl, pubic bone up, reach thigh bones away, belly draws in. Inhale, legs together. Exhale, head down, feet down. Take a feeling breath into your belly again. I don't know about you guys, but that was a really intense ab session for me. I've got no idea why. And then set up for bridge with a roll. So the roll is in between your legs, feet are flat, and then your arms are by your side. Chin is tucked, the back of your neck is long. Inhale into your pelvis, like get your breath down into the very bottom of your pelvic bones. As you exhale, lift your pelvis up. So get a sense here of the front of your thighs tracking forward. There's a light squeeze of the roll, of course. And then start to sense your upper back lifting away from the floor. So your arms and your shoulders stay relaxed. The back of your neck is relaxed. But the backs of your legs, your butt, and your lower back is really working. Now again, bring your breath in. So start to feel the breath move through the front of the body. And really reach in for those areas that feel untouched. Like, where have you been neglecting in your body today? And then from there, take an inhale, spread out through your feet. And as you exhale, lower your upper back, your mid back, and your lower back down. And pop your roll to the side. Come over onto one side. Come up onto your hands and knees. We'll start in turbo puppy tonight. So start with your hands underneath your shoulders. Your middle finger tracks straight ahead. Just take your hands forward like 6 inches. Okay. Relax the head and then inhale into your upper back. Bend your elbows down as you exhale, but keep your knees down for the moment. Start to get a sense of the activation across your chest muscles, like your pecs. Also through your armpits and the shoulders the muscles we use to wrap the shoulders. Keep the head relaxed. Now, usually there's a trembling going on in the arms already here. If that's you, I'd say just stay here with the knees down. Otherwise, take another breath in. Tuck your toes and exhale, lift your knees. So legs are straight, elbows still bent. That sense of hugging the elbows into the midline, but try and remain relatively soft. I know that's like almost impossible. But this sense of the breath being the major player in the strength rather than the muscles. Remember, when we take an inhale, the whole body expands. Then as we exhale, we drive the breath through the arms and legs. Release the knees down. Sit back onto your heels best you can, and then clasp your hands at your lower back. Inhale, lift up through your chest. Just feel this opening across your collarbones as you exhale. So stretching the front of the chest out there. Crown of the head reaches up, big breath. And then arms reach down towards your feet as you breathe out. Awesome work. Release. Come back into downward facing dog as you breathe out. And then warrior 2 with shoulder shrugs. Inhale, step your left foot forward. Come up into warrior 2 legs. Relax your arms. Get the back of your head over your sacrum. And then inhale into upper back. Hold your breath. Take your shoulders right up to your ears. Take the max squeeze. And as you exhale, keep your head reaching up as you drag your shoulders down. So we're not jutting the chin forward. Inhale into the upper back. And squeeze your shoulder blades together as you breathe out. But again, keep the ribs and the chin in. Inhale into upper and the mid back. Bend the elbows, squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Keep the ribs drawing in, chin drawing in. Drag your shoulders down. Reverse warrior with neck traction. Bring your right hand to your right hip socket. Send your rib cage back. So it's like you're doing a reverse. Your right ribs lengthen back towards your right leg. And then your left hand reaches for neck release. So left hand reaching towards your left knee, and then let your right ear rest towards right shoulder. So this sense here of feeling for a let go through the left side of the neck. Be aware of what's happening through your feet here also. So spreading through the toes, but not gripping, so the rest of the legs can work. And then use your left arm, bring your body up. Plant both palms, come forward as you inhale. Lower all the way on the exhale. Cobra is an inhale, feel your upper back working. Lower as you exhale, and then this time turn your palms upward facing. Cobra with the palms up. So as you inhale, come up into a cobra, but this time the palms face up skyward. And you're using the backs of your hands to drag your chest forward. Take an inhale. Lower all the way as you exhale. Tuck your toes, navel to spine. Downward facing dog. Warrior two with bird wing. Inhale, step your right foot forward. Bend your elbows into your ribs. Palms are upward facing. Inhale, lift your chest. Peel your forearms away from the midline as you exhale. So this upper back is squeezing, particularly at the back of your armpits. And then arms come in on the inhale. Keep your elbows glued to ribs. Peel open as you exhale. Let's just do one more. Inhale, arms to the midline. Keep the palms active. Keep the elbows glued in as you peel your arms away on the exhale. And from there, bring the left hand to the hip. Reverse warrior with neck traction. Right hand reaches towards the right knee. And it's a little bit like you lift up and then lean back. Letting the left ear rest towards left shoulder. Working to traction the right thigh forward. And then relax your feet. This sense of working the leg muscles as you separate the back teeth. And then steady out the breath. And use the right arm, come all the way up and step straight back to turbo dog only. Full feeling breath in there, let the head relax. A full breath out. Step the left foot forward for extended warrior variation. So in warrior two legs, left forearm on the left thigh, right arm for half bind. Again, use that bottom arm just to lift up lightly, so nothing too intense. And then rolling the left ribs skyward as you exhale, relax the neck. That's the right side. Again, deep feeling breaths through the front of the body. Relaxing through the whole right side of the head, like even the right inner ear. Release, lounge, lunge. Bring your right hand down, right knee down, left arm outside your left leg. Take an inhale. Hang your ribs on the exhale. So again, you want to just feel active through the right leg always. Left knee draws in. Right ribs relax. Again, full feeling breath in there. Reaching through the right leg. And then release. Step back to plank. Come forward as you inhale, lower all the way on the exhale, and then cobra with the palms up. So again, palms are upward facing. Elbows lift off the floor a little bit. And take an inhale to traction your chest forward, collarbones spread, palms open. Lower the chest down, tuck your toes. Down dog on the exhale. Extended warrior variation. Step your right foot forward. Right forearm, right thigh, left arm behind. Same thing here. So that little bit of lift through the right side. Completely relax through the neck. And just allow the eyes to soften. If the eyes are open, focus on one spot so the mind starts to settle. And if you can, close your eyes and go inward. Release for lounge lunge. Bring the right arm as you hug the right knee in. Hang the left ribs, left leg still working. And then relax the neck somehow. This sense of letting go of tension through the back of the head. And then really step back to turbo dog only. So again, a little bit of breath there through the back of the body and up into the armpits. Let go through the back of the head as you breathe out. And step the left foot forward for lunge. So if you need to keep upright a little, you can bring the back knee under your hip, otherwise a lower lunge. So still engage through the butt. You want to send your tailbone down. Keep the butt engaged as you lift your arms skyward. This sense of feeling for this lifting action through the side ribs. But at the same time, just allowing the shoulders away from the ears. Big feeling breaths. Feel the ribs expand. And then plant your palms. Set up for pigeon, left knee bends. Tuck your right toes, reach them back. Let's do an active one. If that's not available, you can come just straight into pigeon. Otherwise, lift your hands up. And as you inhale, we go down. Press into the left leg as you exhale to come up. So again, we go inhale down, just build a little bit of strength and mobility. Exhale to come up. Last one, inhale down. Exhale to come up. And then last time all the way down on the inhale. Soften your belly as you exhale, but keep the left leg active. Alrighty, and then from there, plant your palms, step back to plank. Come forward as you inhale, lower, exhale. Cobra with the palms up. Again, really feel that spread through the collarbones, like you're rolling the heads of your shoulders back. And then plant your palms, belly in, down dog as you exhale. Lunge, step the right foot forward, back knee down. So remember, I always just come up a little bit, get the tailbone lengthening, and then go in. That way, I know that there's a level of stability in the pelvis. I'm not just flopping into the pose, right? So there's some activation, and then arms up. So it's about gauging like how much effort versus how effortless, and it's somewhere in between active and relaxed. Keeping the breath steady. And keeping the mind anchored when we come into the still part of the pause. Like, where does your mind go? And then release, come into pigeon, set it up. Tuck your back toes under, reach the back leg back. If the active version is too much for you today, just come into a forward bend, that's fine. Otherwise, hands up, inhale to go down. Press through the right shin, exhale to come up. So go inhale to go down. Press into the shin, exhale to come up. Let's do one more. Inhale to go down. Press through the shin, exhale to come up, and then hands to the floor, inhale, walking forward as you exhale. Again, just remember that the right leg is active. We want to reach out through the inner ankle of the right foot. But at the same time, we want to feel internally relaxed. And then from there, plant your palms, tuck your toes, step back to turbo dog as you exhale. One last time, a breath in here. Exhale the full breath out. And then lower your knees. So we've either got dolphin on the wall or dolphin on the mat. Okay. If you're doing dolphin, either or, you can work with your hands clasped. I'm going to do that today. So measuring the arm bones, clasp your hands, or if you're doing forearms parallel, just make sure that your hands don't sickle into the midline. Inhale, lift your knees, and then step one foot followed by the other up the wall. Or not, if you're not on the wall, dolphin on the mat is absolutely an option, and a very reasonable one. But again, just that sense of whether you're on the mat or the wall, you want to feel as though the legs are supporting you to lift up. So sometimes we need to take the feet a little bit wider to feel that, or sometimes they need to come a little bit closer. Just find that optimal place where you feel as though almost all, if not all, of your legs are working. The inner, the outer, the back, the front. And then steady your breath. Okay, and then release, one foot followed by the other, come down. Pause for a moment. Now the next options you can do, you can go back to working with turbo dog or turbo puppy if it's one of those days where you just feel like you want to be in the down level. If you're up for an up level, handstand half lotus on the wall, or you can do down dog on the wall as well. I'm going to demonstrate handstand. So those of you guys that are doing that, you'll do that now. Otherwise, turbo puppy, turbo dog, whatever else you feel is appropriate. Handstand people, make sure your hands are a little bit wider than shoulder width. Remember to always kick on your exhale, and then half lotus, feet, something like that. If you're using the wall, try not to get too reliant on it, like test yourself, just come off like a millimeter and then start to feel for what part of the leg's not activating, because that will give you a clue about where you're needing to strengthen in order to get off the wall. And just give yourself 3 breaths on each side, something like that. That's plenty. And then when you're done, come down. We're going to come straight into standing forward bend with neck traction. So I like feet a little bit wider, maybe hip width, something like that. Fold forward, you've got a slight bend through your knees. And then interlace your fingers at the back of your neck where your skull and your neck bones meet. let the elbows hang down. Don't worry about what happens to the crown of your head. But really let yourself feel for the art of letting go here. All right, from there, release. Now, if you've got a strap, that might be a really good thing to use. If you haven't, then you don't have one. So you're not going to use it. So we're going to come into half lotus, shin bound spinal twist. Now, you can actually do this in like a Shavasana type situation, where you've just got your left foot inside your right thigh, and you can just twist the best you can. So that's a down level, and that's totally a good place to be. If you are one of the people that can do half lotus, then the top of your left foot will be on your right thigh. Some people like to use a strap here. So the strap comes onto your left leg. Your right hand comes behind your back and holds the strap. And then the left hand comes outside of your right leg. Yeah. So I've got my left foot. I've got the strap around the left leg. Right hand comes behind the back to grab the strap. And then the left hand somewhere on the right leg. Remember, it's a twist, not a forward fold. If you don't need the strap, your right hand can grab the inside of your left thigh. This is my least favorite pose of all time. Okay. It feels like one of them things where you can't quite get into it, but that's kind of the point. It's like we're twisting into an area of the spine that is usually really tricky, like the thoracic, upper back. All right, release. Thankfully, we don't have 3 legs, so we just do the other side. It's the same thing, so foot can just be inside the leg. You can have a strap around the right leg. This time your left hand reaches behind your back and grabs the strap. And then the right hand is somewhere on the left leg. So again, chest twists towards the left. I like to let the right ear rest towards right shoulder. Something like that. Yeah, one more breath in here. Feel for lifting your chest away from the navel. And then release. You got a strap, move it out of the way. All the way down onto your back. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Reach through and grab a hold of the top of the left shin. And also grab the back of the left thigh there. Flex the right toes back towards your kneecap. Tuck your chin. Start to draw that left knee in a little bit closer to feel for space through the right hip joint. Separate your teeth, your eyes, relax. And I place the left foot on the floor, but keep the right foot crossed. We're going to go over to the left in a twist. So the right foot will be on the floor with the right knee bent up. And left bottom knee is bent. So you can hold maybe your right ankle with your left hand. I personally like to make a little kickstand with the left hand. So my left elbow's on the floor. And then the fingertips of my left hand holds the inside of my right knee up. And just let your breath start to settle after all the excitement of moving around. Feeling where your body relaxes on the earth. And then slowly bringing that back through center. Release your right foot down. Just rearrange your pelvis so it feels sort of level. And then take the left ankle over the right thigh. Right hand to right shin or the back of the right thigh, and bring the knee in close. So left toes are flexed a little bit. They're not completely relaxed. Chin is tucked. Back of the neck is long. And even though you're actively drawing the knee in, try to feel for relaxing through the bones, particularly through the spine, the back of the head. And then from there, keep the cross of the knee and just take your knees over to the right side there. So the left foot is flat on the floor, but the knee lifts up. And you can use that little kickstand thing. You can hold your left ankle with your right hand. It's really letting yourself kind of settle into a steady breath. And then from there, bring everything back through center. Knees hugging towards your chest. And take a final inhale as you spread the back of your ribs. And then sliding your legs down into Shavasana as you exhale. And just setting up, tailbone is tucked. The arms are by your side with the shoulders away from your ears. And just really feeling into that notion of let go. Like whatever happened in that practice for you, kind of put it down. And again, if you need to stay longer in Shavasana, then stay. Otherwise, bringing your legs together. Start to reach your arms over your head and get re-familiarize with your body. Get a stretch happening as you reach your legs down and arms up. A sense of feeling for length through your spine. And from there, bend your knees. Just ease into one side. Slowly. Let yourself rest there. And knees on up to sitting. Just easy. Kneeling or cross-legged, whatever works. Your hands to rest on your thighs or your knees. Just to come back to that intent now, when we step off the mat, it's like we're stepping into a brand new day. It doesn't matter what time it is. All of the energy that we brought onto our mat just isn't there anymore. It's gone. It's really helpful to remember we can start our day at any time. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. And we honor this tradition of yoga with the word namaste.